Anger is a natural human emotion, but when it takes control, it can disrupt your peace and make you reactive. The key to mastering your emotions is learning to stay calm, composed, and unaffected by negativity. If you find yourself easily irritated by people or situations, it's time to regain control. Here's how to cultivate an unshakable mindset and stop letting anyone make you angry or bothered. 1. Shift your perspective. One of the primary reasons people become angry or frustrated is that they take things too personally. When someone criticizes you, ignores you, or behaves rudely, it's easy to assume their actions are a direct attack on you. However, in most instances, their behavior has little to do with you at all. It often reflects their own struggles, insecurities, or mindset. Instead of reacting with frustration, try to step back and see the bigger picture. If someone is being rude, consider that they might be having a bad day. If a person dismisses your ideas, it could be due to their own ego rather than a comment on your intelligence. By shifting your perspective in this way, you can remove yourself from unnecessary emotional turmoil. A powerful technique to cultivate this mindset is to ask yourself a simple question whenever you feel slighted. Is this really about me? More often than not, the answer is no. This realization alone can prevent you from becoming upset over things beyond your control. Another crucial aspect of shifting your perspective is understanding that external events do not define your emotions unless you allow them to. If someone insults you, the words only hold power if you choose to accept them. Imagine you are a mirror. Whatever negativity is directed at you simply bounces off. Instead of internalizing someone else's bad attitude, remain neutral and composed. By changing how you perceive situations and recognizing that most negativity is not personal, you liberate yourself from unnecessary anger. This shift in mindset enables you to stay calm, unbothered, and in control of your emotions, regardless of what others do or say. 2. Master emotional detachment. Emotional detachment is not about becoming cold or uncaring. It is about learning how to control your reactions so that other people's words and actions do not dictate your emotions. When you master emotional detachment, you develop an inner strength that prevents you from being easily angered or bothered by anything external. The first step in mastering emotional detachment is recognizing that you cannot control how others behave, but you can always control how you respond. If someone tries to provoke you, staying calm and indifferent takes away their power. People who try to get a reaction from you thrive on your emotional response. By not giving them what they want, you automatically win. A powerful technique to strengthen emotional detachment is practicing mindfulness. When you feel anger or irritation rising, pause for a moment, take a deep breath and observe your emotions without acting on them. Ask yourself, is this worth my peace of mind? Most of the time, you will realize that it is not. By training yourself to be an observer rather than a reactor, you create a mental barrier between your emotions and external events. Another key aspect of emotional detachment is learning how to let go. Holding on to grudges or overthinking negative encounters keeps you emotionally tied to the situation. Instead, adopt the mindset that not everything requires your energy or attention. If something does not serve your well-being, release it. When you master emotional detachment, you develop an unshakable sense of inner peace. No matter what people say or do, you remain unaffected, focused, and in control of your own happiness. 3. Control your triggers. One of the main reasons people get angry or bothered by others is that they allow their emotional triggers to control them. Triggers are specific words, actions, or situations that provoke a strong emotional reaction. When you learn to recognize and manage these triggers, you gain control over your emotions rather than letting them control you. The first step in controlling your triggers is identifying them. Pay attention to situations that make you feel upset, irritated, or defensive. Is it when someone questions your intelligence, dismisses your feelings, interrupts you? Once you identify your triggers, you can prepare yourself to respond with calmness and confidence instead of reacting impulsively. After identifying your triggers, reframe how you perceive them. Often, the things that bother us the most are linked to personal insecurities or past experiences. Ask yourself, why does this affect me so much? Is this really about the present moment? Or is it connected to something deeper? When you understand the root cause of your reaction, you weaken the power the trigger has over you. Another effective way to control your triggers is through emotional conditioning. This involves training your mind to stay neutral in triggering situations. For example, if someone insults you, instead of feeling attacked, remind yourself that their words reflect more about them than about you. Visualize yourself remaining calm and unaffected, no matter what is said or done. The more you practice this, the stronger your mental resilience becomes. Lastly, practice emotional regulation techniques such as deep breathing, counting to 10, or mentally distancing yourself from the situation. Instead of immediately reacting, pause and choose a response that aligns with your values and self-control. By mastering your triggers, you prevent others from having control over your emotions, allowing you to stay composed and unbothered in any situation. 4. Stop expecting people to act a certain way. One of the biggest reasons people get angry or frustrated is because they expect others to behave in a certain way, when reality doesn't match those expectations. Disappointment and resentment follow. The key to emotional peace is learning to let go of unrealistic expectations and accepting people as they are, not as you wish they would be. Many people subconsciously believe that others should treat them with kindness, should be fair, or should understand their point of view. While these expectations seem reasonable, the truth is that people act based on their own beliefs, experiences, and emotions, not yours. Expecting them to always align with your values sets you up for frustration. Instead of expecting others to behave a certain way, start observing them for who they truly are. If someone is naturally unreliable, don't keep expecting them to be dependable. If a person has a habit of being rude, stop hoping they will suddenly become polite. This doesn't mean tolerating toxic behavior, but rather accepting reality so that you don't waste energy being upset when they act predictably. Another helpful shift in mindset is to focus on controlling your own actions rather than trying to change others. When you release the need for external validation or fairness, you gain emotional freedom. You stop reacting to disappointments and start responding with wisdom. The less you expect from people, the less they can disappoint you. This doesn't mean you should lower your standards, but rather, you should adjust your expectations to reflect reality. When you approach life with this mindset, you naturally become less bothered by the way others behave, allowing you to maintain inner peace and emotional control. 5. Practice indifference. One of the most powerful ways to avoid getting angry or bothered by others is to master the art of indifference. Indifference does not imply being cold or emotionless. It means choosing where to invest your emotional energy and refusing to be swayed by external negativity. When you react strongly to someone's words or actions, you are granting them power over your emotions. Instead of becoming upset, ask yourself, does this truly matter in the long run? Will this impact my life in any meaningful way? Most of the time, the answer is no. When you cease to give emotional weight to trivial matters, they lose their ability to disturb your peace. Indifference is particularly effective against those who attempt to provoke you. When someone insults you, ignores you, or tries to elicit a reaction, the worst thing you can do, from their perspective, is simply not care. The moment they realize you are unaffected, their power over you vanishes. A great way to practice indifference is to stop seeking approval or validation from others. When you no longer rely on what people think of you, their words and actions lose significance. Instead of reacting emotionally, you observe situations with calm detachment. The key to indifference is recognizing that most things in life are temporary and that your peace of mind is more valuable than engaging in pointless conflicts. When you master this mindset, you become immune to negativity, and no one can easily shake your emotional stability. 6. Strengthen your inner peace. Inner peace is your greatest shield against anger and frustration. When you cultivate a strong sense of inner calm, external situations lose their ability to disturb you. Instead of reacting emotionally to every little irritation, you remain centered, unaffected by the chaos around you. One of the most effective ways to strengthen inner peace is through mindfulness and meditation. When you practice mindfulness, you become more aware of your thoughts and emotions without being controlled by them. Instead of getting lost in anger or frustration, you simply observe these feelings, acknowledge them, and let them pass. Meditation helps train your mind to detach from negativity and stay grounded in the present moment. Another powerful method is practicing gratitude. When you focus on the good in your life, you naturally shift your attention away from things that bother you. Instead of wasting energy on negativity, you appreciate what truly matters. Gratitude helps you develop a positive mindset that makes you less reactive to annoying people or stressful situations. Taking care of your physical health also plays a big role in maintaining inner peace. Regular exercise, healthy eating, and proper rest help regulate emotions and reduce stress. When your body feels good, your mind is more resilient, making it easier to stay calm under pressure. Ultimately, inner peace comes from accepting that you cannot control everything. People will always have opinions. Situations will sometimes be unfair, and life will throw unexpected challenges your way. The key is to remain unshaken, knowing that your peace of mind is far more valuable than engaging in unnecessary conflict. When you build this unshakable inner foundation, no one can easily disturb your emotional balance.